The Chicago Bulls at one point in the first half against the Toronto Raptors led by 12. They go into halftime only up by 3 after allowing quite a big run from the Toronto Raptors. We're going to talk about it all and more, but you know what we got to do first before anything else? Got to play that intro though.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host here, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's get into it, man. The Chicago Bulls are up by 3 right now against the Toronto Raptors. THT cooking off the bench, 4-7 with 9 points. You got Julian Phillips. He's 3 of 3 from the field with 7 points. Milos Mucilas has 1 dunk so far with 2 points, 2 rebounds in this game as well. Leading scorer for the Chicago Bulls, though, is Nikola Vucevic. Should be no surprise there, especially with Zach LaVine out. Kobe White's 2 of 6. Still can't shake off that cold shooting from him. He's made some mistakes out there as well. Kobe White just does not have his mojo going right now. Josh Giddey has 9 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. It may be a Vegemite night because Josh Giddey's on path to have a triple-double. Now, we got to see if Billy Donovan's going to sit his ass down in the second half of games, which Billy has done a few times before, unfortunately, even when Josh Giddey's cooking, because if that ends up being the case, then Josh Giddey may not get his triple-double. But he has 7 assists, 7 rebounds, so he's 3 assists and 3 rebounds away and 1 point away from getting a triple-double. Can he get it? We'll see. But overall, man, this Bulls team has left a lot to be desired. Even though they were up by a pretty large margin at one point in this game, unfortunately, it's one of those games where the Chicago Bulls had the lead for the majority of the time here, but it never really felt like the Bulls were in command, if that makes any sense. Like you could have the lead, but it never felt like they were in command. For example, the Bulls held the lead 20 minutes in this first half, and the Toronto Raptors only had the lead for 3 minutes. And it just never felt like the Bulls were completely in command of this game. Now, that could definitely change when it comes down to it, but the Bulls are already on pace to give up 60 points in the paint, 30 points in the paint given up so far, 10 second chance points given up as well by the Chicago Bulls so far. We're winning the rebounding battle. Our turnovers are down, 9 turnovers. That's the same as the Toronto Raptors. We need to get that underway as well, just a little bit. But overall, right now, the Bulls just gotta get their shit together a little bit, right? So if they can do that, man, just tighten up overall. 44% shooting right now from the field, 33% shooting from 3. That's not terrible. It's not terrible. So the Bulls are playing in a way that they can definitely win this game, right? And like I said, the Bulls held the lead for the majority of the first half of this game, but it started feeling like maybe the Toronto Raptors are going to start coming alive in this game. They went on an 8-point run there at the end of the second quarter that just really close that gap between the two teams. And the Bulls just got to get that together. They can get that together a little bit. This could be a solid enough game for the Bulls, and we'll see what can happen there. But other than that, man, this has just been it's a lot of pedestrian night from a lot of players tonight on the Chicago Bulls team. We just got to tighten some things up and see where we can get in that. So, we'll see what happens here, man. What happened to Kobe? I'd rather have THT as of now. That's crazy, but yeah, Kobe's cold right now. What's going on with Kobe White? He has not been in a good rhythm in a while now. Yeah, it's been like this will be 11 games that Kobe White just has not really been himself. So, look, I'm not trying to back on Josh because I know he has an almost triple-double, but Jesus Christ, you can see how more effective Ball was than him defensively. Yeah, defensively, right? And, it's easy. I've said this before, and people are doing the same thing with Vooch. It's easy to look at one aspect of what a player doesn't do and find a player that brings that one aspect. Let's be clear here, though. Lonzo Ball is shooting the ball like shit today. 0 for 6 from the field is Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball also 3 turnovers in the game so far. Now, he does have 5 assists. He also has 2 fouls and 1 still. Like, Lonzo just seems like he's not in rhythm himself either. But it's easy to look at things and say, oh, well, yeah, Josh Giddey's terrible on defense. Lonzo's playing good on defense. Yeah, but Lonzo's shooting the ball like shit today. His offense is not in rhythm at all. Lonzo he's not having the same impact that we've come accustomed to seeing Lonzo Ball have in the season so far. So I like THC's effort out there, but he took a couple of bad layups. Got to make better decisions out there. Greetings from El Salvador. Shout out to you, Jose. Thank you for supporting us, brother. THC's out there getting buckets. That's what THC's role is. That's what he's doing this season. He's just out there to get buckets. We're gonna be so cheeks when we trade our core. We're cheeks now. I mean, listen, we're cheeks now. It's two cheeks, same ass, bro. It's all ass, man. Definitely getting that triple double. If Billy don't play him, I think that's a good sign he's trying to purposely lose. I mean, you know, Haize, you ready for that Dick Ball jersey swap after the game? That is crazy, bro. Who did Grady Dick do the jersey swap with, and the NBA ended up finding him for it? I can't remember who it was. I can't remember. I like Giddey's defense. I think he's going to improve a lot in that department. His dad was a very good defender. That don't mean he's going to be. Listen, I hope you're right, Joe. I hope you're right. But Josh Giddey's instincts defensively are just terrible. He picks the wrong angle to take more times than not. Now, if it's a smaller guard, he's able to overcome some of that with his length. But when you just look at the decisions that Josh Giddey makes defensively, it's not good. Like Josh Giddey just does not. He, as much as a smart basketball player and high IQ he has on the offensive side, it's damn near the exact opposite on defense. He chooses to go under screens where he should go over. The angles he picks in pick and rolls. Sometimes the he leaves too much of a gap between him and players. I think because he knows he has the length, but other players with quicker steps just get past him. It's a lot of little mechanical things that Josh Giddey does. Now, maybe you can point to that and say, with the proper coaching, maybe those mechanical aspects of his game can get better, and maybe, but it's a lot of mechanical things with Josh Giddey's game that are just absolutely trash. Absolutely trash. Defensively, I'm talking about. So we'll have to see. It was Anthony Black. Okay, all right, that's that on the Magic. All right, that I knew it was somebody. I want to see more of P. Will facilitating. I mean, we've been calling for that for years. Now P. Will has to tighten up his handle, right? But that's kind of the path that we always saw for P. Will, is that point forward type mentality. He doesn't play with it a lot. So how long before Zoe shot starts falling, bro? I have no idea. And if I'm not, I don't think Lonzo's like been in like a cold shooting streak or anything. Let me pull up Lonzo's last few games. Give me 1 second. So against Charlotte, he was 2 of 5 for 10 points. Against Philly, he was 1 of 7 for 3 points. He was 3 of 5 against Indiana, 2 of 5 against Brooklyn. So I mean, so far for the month of December, Lonzo Ball shooting the ball 36% from the field and 35% from three. That's not really good numbers. It's not really good, especially the field goal shooting percentage. That's actually pretty terrible numbers. But the thing that like, he's a really good 3-point shooter. Most of his shots are still coming from the 3-point line. Yeah, Lonzo got to tighten that up. Can tighten that up. We so booty Haize. I'm up at 4 a.m. in South Africa watching us brick threes for fun. First of all, being up at 4 a.m. to watch this Bulls team, that's commitment, my brother. I commend you. That is commitment, because the way that this team is ball cheeks, bro, it's really crazy. It's really crazy. Let's see. I want to see what the Bulls passing chart looks like. Give me 1 second. See how disjointed this is? Hold on, I'm not sharing it. Give me 1 second. See how disjointed this passing chart is? Put it over here. You see that? Like, that's not good. Like, so it's like two different segments going on here. Kobe is passing to Julian. He's passing to Josh. Josh is passing to Vooch. But Lonzo is passing only to the bench players. And he's getting those guys involved. It's like it's two completely different segments here. And that's just weird. You don't usually, like, if you look at Toronto's passing chart, I guarantee you doesn't. You see how it's all connected with Toronto, meaning everybody's getting involved. With Chicago's passing chart, you see how, like, there's no connection between Lonzo and any of the starters. Now, I mean, that could be that Lonzo's really quarterbacking that young bench unit, which is good, right? I'm not saying that this is necessarily a bad thing, but I'm just saying we can really use more connectivity between this passing chart. That's a little concerning, just a little bit. It's a little concerning, and I hope that it tightens up a little bit in that. Off topic, but I need to say this. I try to be optimistic about Ryan Poles, considering first of all, that has nothing. They're live right now on Bear Central, Melvin. They're literally live right now. You can go over there and say that over on Bear. They're live right now. Literally. What are we doing? That's a wild chart. That isn't it? That's a crazy passing chart. It's crazy. Got to get it together. Got to get it together. Got to have more connectivity between the team. We just have to. So, like, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that Lonzo Ball is getting the young guys involved. But yeah. So we have 17 assists so far on the game. We got 41 points out of that, which is cool. We got 6 turnovers though on bad passes. We got to get that together. So, and all of those 6 bad passes, 2 from Josh Giddey, 2 from Lonzo, 2 from Kobe White. So we got to get that together. Got to get that together. That's just not true. Giddey, Zoe runs more point when he's out there with Giddey than anything else. Now, I don't know how many minutes got Josh Giddey and Lonzo have played together. I can check that real quick. Give me 1 second. Lineups. Go to Chicago. On, off. Let's see. Lonzo and Josh Giddey. They played 7 minutes together. In those 7 minutes, they've had a total of 16 offensive possessions. They play with a pace of 107. And let's see where the passing has come from there. Funny enough, they have an 83% assist ratio when Lonzo and Josh Giddey are out there. And most of those assists have come from Lonzo Ball. So no way in hell I'll be up for 4 a.m. for this BS. Hey, I feel you, bro. Listen, I'm a Bulls fan. No, I would be up. I'd be up. But hey, this team is so ball cheeks. It's ridiculous, man. But let's hope for a better second half. Like the Bulls led throughout most of this, right? And they just got to get it together. They got to get it together, man. They got to get it together. And this is a game that's very winnable for the Bulls. They need to tighten some things up. Let's stop the points in the paint, which is probably not going to happen. And we'll see what happens here, man. Let's hope that the Bulls can get this together. We need better from Kobe. Like Kobe got to perform better than this, especially in games where Zach LaVine is out. I don't know what's going on with Kobe White, but he got to get his stuff together. He really got to get his stuff together. People hating on the Bulls City Edition, but at least it's different and has meaning behind it rather than just the color swap. Listen, I told you, I said it before. I liked the jerseys when they were alone, but as the uniforms as a whole, I like the City Edition unis. I really do like them. Lonzo will get going offensively, I think, in the second half. Same with I expect Io and Modest as well, and Jay Phillips to continue his great play, and I'm sure Vooch will definitely as well. Let's hope so. Let's hope that this team can get it done. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna go get ready to check out. It's a long night, Bulls and Bears coverage tonight. Love you guys, man. I'll see you guys in the post game. Go Bulls, see Red. Let's get this done.